Hey, all you RO sports fans, welcome into a special interview this afternoon today with Dane Cipriani, a local bull rider who will be headed to nationals in Texas later this summer. Dane, thanks for joining us.
Yes, sir. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Dane, I think a lot of people just want to know, what's the most exciting thing about bull riding, and what do you enjoy most?
What I enjoy most is going up to draw the bull, see what I have, and just hanging out with all my friends and just being there around everything and just hanging out.
How about being in the arena? I'm sure that's pretty cool too, and having a lot of lights and seeing yourself on the jumbotron.
Yeah, I just like being out there, just being seen and more like noticeable, and just hope I make it out there one day and just be around there.
Sure. Now it takes, I'm sure, a lot of courage to get down onto a bull. And right now you're riding 1,000-pound, 1,500-pound bulls. So what's your thought process when you get strapped in and that gate flies open?
What I first do is I take a quick prayer and then climb up on there. When I heat my rope up, just talk to myself in my head and get ready. And then when the gate opens, just do my job.
Sure. And what is part of your job then? What are you trying to do during those 8 seconds?
Just hang on and follow the bull does, and just do what he does, and just hang on for 8 seconds and try to win it.
Very cool. And now I understand you've got a lot of wins under your belt, as some of these buckles show, and we'll talk about those in a second. But what's the hardest part about staying on during that 8 seconds?
The hardest part, I think, is trying to follow what the bull does. He might throw a belly roll, he might turn it back, just be like this bull out there. Just hardest part, I think, hanging on.
Cool. Now, there is a point where you do have to let go, so the dismounts can be tricky sometimes. So what are some of the keys to a clean dismount?
The keys I've learned is when you pull your tail, kind of lean back and throw one of your legs over, but kind of like throw your leg over to your riding hand.
Okay, cool. Now, I heard that earlier this summer you conquered a bull that not many people had been able to in a long time. It was a bounty bull by the name of Bayou. So walk me through that experience and being the top champion with that bull.
So Bayou, he actually hasn't been covered in 3 years.
Okay.
And so the stock contractor for EW, he had a bounty on him, and if you rode out at his little rodeo deal, you got a shot at him.
Okay.
And so when I rode out that night, I got a shot at him, and I wanted to take him, and so I finally got to cover him.
And what was that ride like?
It was exciting, very adrenaline rushed.
Sure. Now, you're only 14. Again, like I said, you're headed to nationals later this summer, 2 different trips to Texas. But what's your ultimate goal with bull riding? Where do you see yourself going with this?
My ultimate goal is going to the PBR, professional bull riding,
okay,
and just sticking to it and just trying to make it out there.
All right. Now, explain to us what you've got here. You've got our hat, you've got a couple of buckles. Just talk about some of those and how you've acquired those.
That buckle from my hat, it was from a rodeo deal in Archdale called He Paid Your Fees, and it's every October, and so when I got to go, you have to bring like canned goods and stuff. Mm-hmm. Everything's free except concessions, and when I got to go, I got to ride there. My first time riding there, and I got to draw. It was actually a bull, Jerome's and Tiffany Davis's bull, and I got to ride him and rode him out in the junior bull division, and I won it and won that buckle. Cool. And then that buckle was from Mesquite, Texas, WCMB. I won it as a contestant, and then that one was from EW 2021. Okay. And I won it as reserve champion, and it was a cool buckle there.
Do you think you'll become a champion outright this summer in Texas?
I hope so. That's the goal.
That's the goal. Well, Dane, thank you so much for joining us. Dane Cipriani, ladies and gentlemen, good luck to you the rest of the summer, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you.